All right, so I've got about 10 minutes before my kids wake up to tell you about what I just purchased, and I think it's the best deal on a 99 watt hour V-Mount battery you're going to find. It's on sale, so let's talk about it. This is the Moman, M-O-M-A-N, 99 watt hour battery that I'm talking about. Currently, it's on sale for like $62 or $63. If you can buy a battery, a V-Mount battery, for less than $1 a watt, you're doing really good. And this one is way under that. So, features. It has USB ports on the top. There's USB-C and USB-A. USB-C is PD, so you can charge it through the USB-C. There is also a 12-volt barrel port, DC, and then there is on the side, come on, these little rubber flaps. That's kind of good that the rubber flaps aren't easy to get up, in my opinion, but it exists. D-tap is on the side, and then there are the regular pins on the bottom for pass-through power to things like a V-mount plate that you might use on your hybrid mirrorless camera setup to like rig it out. There's a red button on the front. When you hold it, it turns the screen on and it tells you how much charge is left on that battery. This battery, if it's not being used, if there's not being power drawn from it, it will automatically turn off after a short amount of time. So the screen obviously will go dim anyway, but it will actually turn the battery off, so it's not going to waste any battery just sitting in idle. None of that vampire drains stuff. This has been at 70% for like 4 days now. It's been awesome. So highly recommend this battery. Go get it. But I want to also talk to you about the other accessory that I use with this that makes this battery probably the most affordable solution to get your hybrid mirrorless camera rigged out, right? Because I talked about it. Let's talk about my hybrid mirrorless solution. That is the Sony a7 IV with the ZGCine VP4. Locks into place. Let me take this apart so you can see what this looks like. This is a really easy rig to take apart, and I've designed it that way. Thank you, Caleb Pike, for a bunch of inspiration. Using NATO rail adapters and Arca Swiss mounts. So we can take this monitor off and we can pop the camera out using the mount on the front to loosen up the Arca Swiss. And I can show you this whole setup right here. This is the Moman battery. This is the ZGCine VP4. The VP4, so the nice thing about using these kinds of V-mount plates is that they usually have D-taps, and this one has USB-C. So I'm able to power my camera through USB-C because the USB-C is on this left side of the camera, and then I'm able to power my monitor through D-tap, and then I also power my monitor using a dual-sided MPF, so if I want to run a wireless or anything like that, I can run it that way too. But I think the thing that's really nice about this, and this is strictly vanity, the top of this battery lines up perfectly with the top of the plate. So it's like the heights were meant for each other to look clean and smooth. They were not meant for that, but it turns out it worked. I think that using Arca Swiss as a standard platform is great, but oftentimes I find myself needing to use the RS or Manfrotto style mounts. So I picked up this Nicey-Rig quad-legged Arca Swiss adapter, and I just used a couple of 1/4-20 screws on the bottom to attach it to this V-mount. So when I put my camera on here, you can quickly build this rig back up. The only downside to this plate is that I don't have a center line. I don't know what's actually centered on the camera body, so I don't know if I'm centering the plate correctly or if the weight's distributed. I don't think it matters a ton, but it's about my brain, right? So I don't like that, but it's not the end of the world because it still works, it still holds. But when I put my camera on here, I can quickly, let me set this down to get my monitor mount. You can still see up here. I can quickly throw this all back together with just a couple twists and a couple cables. Nice. HDMI. And then I will run this power down and through to the other side. It's going to be a little hard for you to see because I'm on my desk, but the power runs behind the camera between the V-mount plate to the other side, and I just use this little gold screw as a hook so that it just kind of it's built-in cable routing. I've got a Magic Rig top handle. This has a nice little, there it is, a nice little Allen key to loosen the screws, and it works with a couple other spots. My little small rig monitor mount. There's the, how do you pronounce it? Taku. It is the dual MPF mount, so it has a 12-inch barrel port, so I have that adapter, that DTAP to barrel adapter. It also has USB-C output, so it's NPF to power my Godox monitor, and NPF when I need to run a wireless. I can run a wireless powering off the back of this, and there's a loop out, so I can just run HDMI right into there. This is the whole rig. Took it apart, put it back together, and the ZGCine Plate also has an on-off switch. So lights up green, shows you it's good to go. Hopefully you can pick one of these Moman batteries up before they are not on sale. The ZGCine VP4 is also an awesome tool. I like it a lot. So if you are looking to rig out your hybrid mirrorless into more of a cinema style body, and you also don't want it to tip, those little feet work wonders. It always goes back to the middle. Doesn't matter if I'm using my 16-35, my 20mm 1.8, or my 7200. It does get a little heavy, not gonna lie. But the handle's on top, side grip, put it right into your body, and that we have a few points of contact. Got a monitor for viewing, you're set. So set it down without worrying about it tipping over, because I've dropped too many cameras by tipping them over when I thought they were on a stable surface, right? So set it on the ground, make it real easy, done, good to go. Before I keep talking, Moman 99 V-Mount, ZGCine VP4, Magic Rig top handle, and then the Nicey Rig quad-legged Arca Swiss adapter are going to be on the description. They are affiliate links. Thank you for using them if you choose to use them. That's it. Use your own monitor, use your own camera, but all those things will work with just about anything that you would throw into them for a camera setup. Thanks for watching.